And we're live with Lori from the Way of Positive Change. Becca's not with us tonight.
So we're sending, we just did class and we're all feeling like things are, first Putin with Trump meeting and now the Zelensky and the EU meeting and everything's all coming to culmination. It's like all coming.
Like, talk. Mercury came out of retrograde. Now all these meetings.
Exactly.
What you got going on, Miss Lori?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Jen. I have a big crystal class coming up Saturday, September 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to talk all things crystals, how to cleanse, clear, charge, program, how to grid, what to use for when, for dreaming, and any protection, and all that stuff, you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. Make sure you get the in there, thewayofpositivechange@gmail. And I will email you back somewhere over the next couple of days. We have plenty of time to get everybody signed up. It's going to be a small class, so we can do a lot of interaction. So it's only going to be like, 20, 25 people, just so that we can keep it very small. And we'll do it again.
Lori's got a wealth of knowledge on crystals.
Oh, thank you. I just love them so much. I sleep with them. That's how much I love them.
I can't sleep with crystals even in the bedroom. I'm because as a healer and doing healing energy work, I'm real sensitive to crystals. And if I go in a crystal shop, I'll like pick out some things, put it at the register, say, hold on to these. I got to step outside a minute. Like I have to get away from them and then come back in because I get bombarded by all the energy.
It is crazy. Everybody reacts to them different.
Yeah. I have crystals around, but what Johnny loves anything shiny and pretty.
But I feel nothing. Like nothing at all. I like because they're sparkly.
Yeah.
And shiny, and that's why I like them. But
the only time you felt anything was when I did healing energy work on your arm and your crystal on your neck started bouncing off your chest.
Yeah, they were knocking it off. They were telling me to take it off. Now I have the angelite that made me lightheaded, but that was it.
Well, that's something. But have you ever held moldavite?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so it's a meteorite. So moldavite, celestials, and Lemurians, and then the one that you said that. So you have to be really careful. So each person has their own affinity.
I mean, the angelite, I didn't go into a store and buy it. Somebody sent it to me. And, maybe it was the one that I was supposed to have. But I never lived in a place until I went to Oregon that even had a crystal shop that I could get to. And so Oklahoma definitely didn't have a crystal shop at the time that I lived there. And when I went to Florida, there was no crystal shops around me. There was nothing around me but hotels. And so Pittsburgh, there was one, but it was way in the city. And then when I moved to Oregon, then they're everywhere. So then I went. But I don't feel things when I walk in there. Calm, because, they always have singing bowl music or something going on in there, trying to be extra zen, but that's about it. But they're sparkly.
I used to put crystals on top of my cards to kind of clear my card energy too, or charge my cards in a way. And I can't have any crystals on the table. Those damn cats, the kittens, everything's a play toy. It's like nothing. I've got a few crystals over here. I always keep a clear quartz next to a dark colored stone like hematite or tiger's eye or onyx, something to keep me grounded. Because I have a tend to kind of lift up when I'm doing readings, so I have to stay grounded. And I have a few crystals in my drawer, but nothing on the table because they become cat toys.
They sure do. And Sebastian Autumn from Black and Orange is in the chat.
Hey, Autumn. Anything else going on? Readings, if they'd like to book a reading with you?
I have readings still, I think, another week or so in September, thewayofpositivechange.com. And tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern, Kevin Chandler from Kevin's Loving Vibrations is going to be on my channel for some psychic questions and answers. If you'd like to join us for that. That's about it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Mr. Johnny, what you got going on?
Nothing. I do have a question though. Do you feel differently than you did in January right now? Like, do you feel optimistic, or do you feel like it's where we used to be? Everybody talks about energy shift, but nobody's saying that the shift has happened yet. Do you feel any different than you did in January?
I personally feel a whole bunch different. Like today, I listened to both videos that I did on my dreams, one the day after the election and one from the August 16th dream. And we did the whole video, and it just, to me, it felt like shift, shift, shift. And everybody in class tonight said they could feel like this crescendo of energy coming with everything going on right now. What about you guys?
I definitely, in January it was more rage, like, why are they swearing this guy in? He stole the election, he rigged it. So I had a little more anger then over the election and what was going on. As they started doing executive orders and ICE and all of that, then the rage motivated me to get out there and protest every chance I get. And we just had a little parade in my town. Every year we have a parade for our Founders Day, so to speak. And so they always line up, and there's always a small group of Democrats and a big group of really nasty Republicans, like nasty, like they were yelling at me for carrying a Democrat sign back to my house because they gave me one off the truck. And I was like, is that what you do? In front of all these kids that are here for the parade, you start attacking women walking down the street alone. Does that make you feel important and big? And so this time I stood out there when the Republican truck went by with all their minions. I started yelling, "Trump's a pedophile! Trump's a pedophile!" And they were like zipping it up. And then when the Democrats came by, I was like, "Go Dems! Trump's a pedophile!" They all started handing me candy. It's like they throw candy during the parade for the kids, so they all run over. I'm standing in my front yard. I'm not even down on Main Street where the parade is going through, but they line up on my street. So they were. I don't know how many Dems came over. They tried to get me to walk with them, but I had just come out of a reading. I said, I can't right now. I haven't even locked up the house, and I was all hot and sweaty looking. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not marching in a parade today. I'm just here to yell at the Republicans.
Yeah, there's so much coming up. I mean, I definitely feel a change. What about you?
We had more Democrats in the parade than I have ever seen. And their float looked better. Like somebody put a little more effort, or they had a little more money to put into it or something. The Republicans group looked a little smaller.
Yeah, like mushroom size.
Yeah. Right, Bella watched the parade from inside. They all commented on Bella sitting inside my front door. They could see her through the glass storm door. She's like, "Mom's out there yelling about Trump again."
What do you
think, Johnny? Do you feel an energy shift?
Yes. But I think that, not but, because I don't want to sound like I'm going backwards in what I'm saying. Also, it feels like it's chunks. Like, here is the first chunk of revelation, and then here is the second. Like, if you're like what you call that game where they put the letters on the board, Wheel of Fortune. Why the psychic doesn't know Wheel of Fortune? The Wheel of Fortune, to where you're getting pieces of the puzzle at a time, and it's like we're getting a chunk now and a chunk later and a chunk later. Because if you just look at it on the face value, He's not indicted. He's not in danger of being indicted. He's not arrested. He's not in danger of being arrested. He's not in danger of this. He's not in danger of that. But you can feel as though something's got to give at some point. And it's not just me trying to be hopelessly optimistic type of thing. It's just like one of those, like you said, I like that word crescendo, to where it's building and then boom, it'll pop. Because that's how the tower works too. It goes and it goes and it goes and it goes, and then you can't see it through the clouds, but it all comes down and it's like, oh, there you go.
And Becca's in the chat and she's saying she's loving how Newsom is trolling Trump with all of the big capital letters, and thank you for attention to this matter from your favorite governor.
He's writing like he's Trump, and it's hysterical if you haven't seen his.
It's so awesome. Oh my God, I'm loving every single bit. And he calls Trump the low energy, little-handed man. And oh my God, I'm loving it. I'm driving there talking about it. I'm just losing it. I'm laughing so hard.
And JD Vance, who must take vacation once a month with his family, is getting rejected over in the UK. It's like, when will this man learn? You're not accepted anywhere for vacation.
Which is odd. I mean, not odd, but it's odd. Nobody likes him anywhere, not even his own house.
No.
He fights with Usha Vance like, Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump or something. Like, they're just going back and forth and back and forth. He goes nowhere. He's probably not even welcomed in hell. He goes nowhere and people like him.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Didn't even get a meal in a pub.
Is he less popular than Ted Cruz, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because Lindsey Graham said they can kill Ted Cruz and nobody would prosecute you.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Okay.
Well, before we get into readings, if you'd like an appointment with me for a reading, JenLynTarot.com, 2 N's in Jen, 2 N's in Lynn, or if you would like to purchase a gift card for a reading, Christmas is coming. If you'd like to purchase a gift card for a reading, JenLynTarot.com.
Yeah.
Let's ask Johnny's question of the cards.
Let's do it.
Are we bubbling up to a volcano of something with the Trump administration? Is there a big energy shift going on? Because they look very defeated after the Putin thing. They all look, horrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's going to turn into Vesuvius.
Is there a big energy shift?
A tipping point, energy shift happening. Culmination, a series of events.
Revealing more. And the protests in DC are getting huger, bigly.
Wow.
Thank you, Sandra. My thumbnail had Trump in the Oval Office, like all bent over, like he looked after the Putin meeting, and he has a chain to his ankle, and instead of a bowling ball, it's Epstein's head.
I love it.
That's the thumbnail on tonight's.
I love it.
Is there a big shift? Johnny, what you getting?
Maybe I'm biased because of what I just said earlier, but I don't know about big shift or I get chunks again, like part of the puzzle, because it's temperance is the first card. This is not fast. This is slow. It's careful because this is, like I said, this is your card of recovery. Recovery takes time. Then there's the justice. Justice also takes time. And so these are both cards also of balance. And so it's almost as if things are very lopsided and they take a while before they become balanced again. Now, it would be great if it was lopsided in our direction, but then again, you know, people are still people, and our direction would not necessarily be better. We don't know yet, but it is becoming balanced again. There's the King of Swords in judgment, his actions going forward. They're going to shape a lot of things. The Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. We're on a journey, but again, it's still slow. And so we're not racing towards the finish line. Things have to happen. And I think with the Knight of Pentacles, things have to happen and be in place. That way they sort of safeguard the next step. And so it's not immediately undone in the next 4 years type of thing. And so it's building. I'm optimistic about it.
You getting, Lori?
Yeah, I'm getting that it's getting very serious. Okay. I just think a lot of the things that they thought they could get away with before, the energy has definitely shifted. It's becoming more about Lady Justice, who does not have the blindfold on, so we can see the shenanigans of others. And other people see us as having had Elon Musk and JD Vance and Trump doing all of these, you know, backyard junk dog tricks and stunts. But there's more announcements coming, many, many more. This is like right on the doorstep. And we're getting out of here. We're leaving some of this crappy energy behind. But it's coming so quickly, even from overseas. And our wish is coming true. Listen, hang on, because it's going to probably get fugly. Fugly? Did I say that right?
Ugly.
Anyway, but
ugly.
let's start celebrating right now. You know, I'm telling people, make your vision board, marry that emotion to your action and your intention, and start celebrating.
Thank you, Acadian. Yeah, things have been moving slowly, but in the recent past, it's quickening up. There is a quickening of the energy. I'd like to buy an E for Epstein. Everything's changing because the secrets are coming out. The Republicans are just overwhelmed with emotions because America's talking. They see all this and they're watching what's going on in the White House. We're getting some wins. Yeah, we're getting some wins in the courts. We're getting some wins in protests. We're getting some wins in leaked information and stuff. And a lot of these secrets that they were trying to constrict and everything are coming out. And I think some more is going to come out from overseas. So that'll be interesting. And I think more is going to come out about the election too, and Kamala, the votes. Yeah, we've got in September, we've got the recounts going on in New York. So while we're in this vein, what's the next big thing that's going to come out about Trump? Say in the next 2 or 3 months, what's the next big thing?
The next big reveal. The next big info drop.
Oh, and there's a book that just dropped worldwide. It dropped here in the US, but it's written by an author in the UK that goes all in on Andrew and Epstein.
Whoa, what's the name of that?
Entitled, I think. I forget the guy's name, the author, but I've seen several videos of people interviewing him and talking about it.
Okay. Wow. All right. This looks really, I mean, it's like just what Johnny just said. This it's just like it blows. The top of it blows. There's other world leaders that are exposed. Maybe someone becomes unalive, but I mean everything changes. It's crazy. And we're already in this energy. Like we're already in this chaotic stuff. And I felt like a world leader. I feel like Putin is really going to let Trump have it. I think he's really going to let him have it. And I think that's what Johnny and I came up with when we were sleuthing it out the other day. And I'm still getting, there is a drop of information by this either Avril Haines or remember how we've all been getting this Queen of Pentacles, the dark-haired female that just brings the report, something that's written, something that can be seen, touched, held, and then it gives us hope. So I'm going to go with some sort of written security report, an investigation, something that blows the roof off the tower. Findings, numbers.
I get a manipulation of troops and troop movement, military, safety concerns, safety breaches, or making safety worse, that type of thing. There's a manipulation of military officers in safety and things of that nature is what I get.
I'm getting three things. Something from the past coming up again. A planned partnership that got delayed somehow. There's going to be a lot of information coming out about that. And something that was meant that's constricting to America. So it's something, I think, to do with the economy, something he was planning on doing that would have constricted us somehow, and given money to a partnership. I think there's going to be a whistleblower that burdens the crap out of him. And I think it's probably these women that are adults now, in the Epstein saga, that like coming together, three of them like coming together in strength. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe they do a civil lawsuit or something, or do some kind of public, they've been going on and speaking, to different news places and stuff. And I've seen them on, YouTube channels. But I think something stronger is coming out that's going to make an impact on the Epstein thing. And then again, something about the votes. There's unfinished work there. They got to do recounts and something about the votes.
Yeah.
And we ask, because that makes sense too, what you first said about a delayed partnership from the past. Is it possible that that partnership was delayed because he lost to Biden? And he was supposed to be a shoe-in with all the cheating that they were doing, and it's maybe some sort of international connection like he has now. Can we ask if that's why it's delayed? And they had some sort of plan, because mind you, the 2025 thing and the economic plan, all of that would have taken place had he got reelected. And they spent 4 years talking about rig this and rig that. So is his partnerships delayed because of that, or is it delayed because of something else?
Okay, so I didn't get the Biden thing. Help me.
Because
she
Biden
said
won
there
in
was a
2020.
partnership from the past that was delayed, and I'm asking, is it delayed because Biden won? Because
Trump didn't get back in. And
Okay.
after his January 6th fiasco, he didn't get to stay in the White House.
Or did something else happen, like all the investigations? Because when you're that big beacon of light, then nobody wants to come fool with you because now everybody's looking at you. Like, what was the thing that made his thing delayed, or that partnership
delayed?
Partnership delayed.
Because everybody's coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah, like was it his Netanyahu partnership where he wants to build hotels in Gaza or something?
Yeah. And every time I read on that, I just kept seeing them in cahoots with each other to just move them all out of Gaza, that's exactly what they were going to do.
Well, he threatened Vietnam, this year with huge tariffs because he wanted a golf course in Vietnam. And he got the land cheap, got people thrown off their own land cheap, and got the land cheap. And he's building a golf course in Vietnam and gave them much lower tariffs. Now he's pulling the same thing on the Netherlands. He's like, I'd like the Nobel Prize. And if I don't get it, y'all are going to have some bad tariffs. So why was his partnership delayed?
I don't know if it was Biden. I get like there's a lack. Well, it could have been Biden, but it's more like he's not in office, so he lacks the resource to fulfill whatever his part of the agreement would have been. Because I have 8 of Wands as far as communication, and then there's the 5 of Pentacles. Whatever it was, he did not have. He was lacking something. Some sort of resource that he was supposed to give them. 6 of Pentacles, probably money. Or it's more so probably access to, I get the Tower, like he's supposed to force something open for the sake of whoever this is. And it's international in its way, so this is more than likely a Putin or one of the other war criminal thugs that he hangs out with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably info too.
Yeah, I think it's international too. What are you getting, Lori?
I'm getting it was definitely delayed, and it's from something that we really don't know everything about. But this is the stability on its side and taking a longer time that doesn't come through. But we're going to hear about it. It's going to be revealed. I mean, the information is just going to start coming out. But he was left alone. I mean, they couldn't meet with him, just like you said. So they just decided he was a hot potato. So he got dropped. Right. So so something definitely got interrupted with that night on its side.
Yeah, something got tempered, slowed down in a partnership, and I get it was overseas. So they had to slow it down and wait. And somebody he worked with that whether there wasn't enough money or there weren't enough votes, so he couldn't do it, until he got back in as president. We are definitely going to hear about it. There's going to be a light shown on this big time. There's something about new government options. So he's talking with other people about like what he thinks the government should look like. I think like what are the options? There's a global constriction on him that slowed this down. But yeah, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow.
Because he has Russian plants in his administration like last time.
Yeah, it's coming from overseas. So okay, let's look at Putin then. What did Trump promise Putin in the Trump-Putin meeting? Because he came out of there looking like a whip puppy. Like if he had been Kristi Noem's dog, she would have shot him.
Almost made me drop my car.
He was sick.
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller was old orange. The old taco chickened out.
They do make orange tacos. They're made out of Doritos, so they're orange on the outside.
Make them out of Cheetos.
What did he promise?
did he promise Putin? I know what Putin promised Trump, but I don't know what Trump promised.
Trump promised him.
We got this when Laura and I were reading. I think, well, at least I got this. I remember this part specifically. It's something he can't deliver without causing an uproar. And I think it may be one of two things, or both of them together. He either promises to broker a deal, he's not a deal maker, but broker a deal to get Ukraine's land, or promises to be an ally in the war against Ukraine. Either one is going to cause an uproar because he's supposed to end the war, not basically pound them into submission. But there is betrayal in the Nine of Pentacles. Whatever this resource is, it's not something he is supposed to do, being an ally. The U.S. is still very shaky terms, but is still an ally of the rest of the world, not necessarily Vladimir Putin, but we know what's up there. But there is supposed to be chaos. That's what he's hired for. He's supposed to sow chaos somewhere, but he's also supposed to charge in and be some sort of ally or hero. He doesn't necessarily have the plan. He just has the order. And so you're supposed to fulfill whatever part of your agreement. It's something within his governmental capacity, but that is the warning card. And so whatever it is that he is supposed to do from the seat of the presidency is going to cause a problem and a betrayal. And so he's got a choice to make: sacrifice or don't do it.
Wow, that's a crazy ass card, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
That is something.
What you getting, Lori?
I very much like what Johnny just said. He's given him an offer and saying, I'm going to help deliver a victory for you, and especially maybe even capital or Kiev or Donbass or something. But and you can have it. But on top of the judgment card is the victory. It cannot be given. He doesn't have the right to give it to him. And this is the challenge. He can't. There will not be a victory parade. But he's telling him, yes, I will help you. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, I will help you. And I'll try to even make them, I'll give you something to protect yourself and to protect your troops, and we'll make them retreat.
I'm getting something with defense too. Something with defense, but something that's going to put Trump in a very defensive mode. Harvesting the completion of this war, making it easier for Putin, changing the sanctions, so that he can access his money steadily.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get exposed, but I'm also getting, what does Trump harvest? He's harvesting immigrants, right? He's harvesting them and moving them places. It wouldn't surprise me if he's going to pay Putin to take in some of our people we deport. Whatever it is, the loser, this is treacherous. This is really going to make him look like a loser. And whatever it is, sets that Queen of Pentacles.
Well, there's
whoever that Queen of Pentacles is, it's like, I don't think so. They can't.
His biggest enemies.
They can't spin this. Whatever he's doing.
His biggest enemies have been lawyers and judges. Women mostly, but lawyers and judges. So maybe that's who she is.
There was some lawsuit, instead of doing it in D.C., moved it to Florida. I forgot what it was about. And he was hoping to get Eileen Cannon. He got this Obama appointed judge down there that has cut him off at the knees before.
And Judge Chutkin has some ruling over him coming up too. I bet he really thought that was something crazy.
Epstein case, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And then now, did you see that not only do we have the Everglades Alcatraz Man, the Dayton is now, he's named it the Deportation Depot. And it's an old prison that closed, or jail that closed, something that can hold 1,300 people up to 2,000. It's east of, or is it west of Jacksonville? It was going to be some other airstrip place, something. I don't know. It's just like, it's out. I'm like beyond. I can't handle it. It's good.
And mind you, they're still being looked at too with the whole Hope Florida thing. You think he'd keep his head down and stay at home?
Oh man, he's in some. That's gonna explode too.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some explaining to do, Lucy.
So I have, and somebody asked this in the when I posted for questions, but I've always thought about this too. So I like the question. Stuff keeps coming up about Alaska with Putin. Does he want an air base there, or does he want Trump to give him Alaska, or what? Like, Trump always forgets Alaska as a part of the U.S. Like, what is going on? Why does
Putin want something?
like why is Putin only coming to Alaska? Like,
he didn't want to fly over any other country or air because he is indicted. He's criminally indicted. Why does he want?
What with Alaska? Thank you, Allison. We post for questions on the weekend before Sunday nights on our channel. So if you go to our community tabs, our posts, that's where we take questions from.
What? I want to hear what you guys have.
Nothing.
I got my Russia card on the bottom. Thank you, Rose.
Can he put some sort of, it's like, can he, a pipeline or something? What can he make to go through there? He wants some sort of a deal, but it's on its side. What can he make to go through there?
It's only 2 miles away from Russia. You can build a bridge, but you can't because, warring country.
A pipeline to
For their gas?
could be. I get it's for defense purposes.
Maybe.
Like, it could be energy also, but defense purposes, like something he wants in secret. He like wants to buy part of the space. I don't think it's the whole state. I think he wants to grow something new there, like a defense base.
Wow.
It's definitely nefarious. It's something he's desired for a long time. So, maybe to protect the polar ice cap or whatever it is, because they've got bases all around there in Siberia and stuff. So it makes it easier for him to manipulate, is what I'm getting. Did you go, Lori?
I did. What do you got, Johnny?
Nothing.
Oh, you got nothing. Literally nothing.
My America card fell out, and then there is the 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords. I give nothing.
All right.
Would he like Alaska? I'm pretty sure he'd like the world, but I get nothing.
So, did Putin threaten Trump with anything? And if so, what? Because you don't walk out of a meeting like this if you had a good time.
He was almost a contortionist. I'm like, how far are you going to lean over, sir?
He couldn't even walk straight down the carpet himself. I mean, he was like this, just talk about weaving. He was weaving.
And that fell out. So
What did he threaten? Oh boy.
Okay. Well, see if it comes back again.
I think the devil, the lover's card, the strength card.
He threatened Trump.
Secret, gossip.
Mr. Epps used to go to Russia and Saudi Arabia and Israel and all over the place. It's something up with that.
Yeah. I want to hear it.
Nothing special. It was the card itself that made me laugh. I mean, that
Sticker.
whole scenario is strange. It's some big creature attacking all those little people.
Wow.
Godzilla.
Titan.
I'm not thoroughly convinced. I'll read the cards, but I'm not thoroughly convinced he needs to threaten him. Putin is in control of that. Donald Trump is not in control of Putin. He's not in control of the threats against Putin. None of that. I don't think he has to threaten him, but Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups resource. That's what Donald Trump's whole motivation for anything is what can you give me and what do I get? But there are different avenues for those resources. There's also different avenues for things that he thought was secure that may not be. Because there's the High Priestess, all your little secrets, your underworld knowledge comes to the surface, potentially. Then there's the Ten of Cups and the Justice. If Vladimir Putin wanted to, he could put Donald Trump in court, and Donald Trump would have no one to save him. Eileen Cannon is loyal to Donald Trump, but she is loyal to Donald Trump because of. Clarence Thomas is loyal to Donald Trump, but he is loyal to Donald Trump because of. He is not loyal to Donald Trump because of Donald Trump. There's always somebody else bigger pulling the strings somewhere else, and they're all tied to war criminals and thugs. And so I don't think he has to threaten him. More so, it's always hanging over his head what could potentially happen should he not follow this man's orders. Vladimir Putin is the president of the United States. There you go. But we know that.
I've always said the PP tape was real. It's definitely, he put Trump in defense mode here. So secret women, Trump being foolish, maybe some fluids involved, exposure. And also lies that Trump has told about a man that he was involved with. So I think he knows more about the Epstein thing than we realize.
He knows everything.
Backstabbing, causing him severe pain, He may even know something about taking Epps out.
So my tennis courts fell out and then y'all drew it. Both of you drew it.
Yeah. He may know something about taking him out, but the backstabbing is also an unaliving.
Yep.
What you getting, Lori?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's gonna just embellish on whatever the information has come out already. Just and the sexual, all the offerings and who did what and what lovers did. what, but this is sex, lies, videotape, Elon Musk, and previous associations. All there. Like his whole diary, his lifetime diary is all right there.
Trump calls him all the time. He's probably bragging like, "Oh yeah, we took Epps out." He probably has bragged on everything he's done.
And he did some stuff for the Russian mob. You know, he was completely involved with them way before. And everybody in New York knows it.
Yeah, leasing out apartments to them or selling apartments to them.
This is my outcome card. Like, he to him all the way into his grave.
Addictions.
Yeah.
For a person with a lot to hide, a lot of people know his business.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those people, oddly enough, don't have tarot decks to where they looked into his business. They all just know it. Because he either told them or they experienced or they paid for it or interacted with it. Or
if you listen to him long enough, he'll tell you what he's done.
Yeah. He said 5 times we rigged the election. So, yeah, he tells you.
Every time. Just vote this one more time and then it'll be fixed. You won't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah.
If we wouldn't have rigged it, I wouldn't be here.
And and Elon knows those machines better than anyone. And so thank you to you. And we got those swing states. And thank you, Elon.
Bruh.
So, how did the people that were with Trump, like the Rubios and Kristi Noems and everybody, how did they think the meetings went? Because they all looked pretty.
It's just so sick. Rubio used to be on the other side of all this.
Yeah, they all look sickened, literally sickened. Thank you, Tort.
That's because they didn't get their filet mignon and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, salmon.
So how do they all feel?
How did they all feel after the meeting?
How does Rubio feel? How do they all feel? Dickoff, he doesn't care. But Rubio, I think Rubio's, he's told his soul.
He did.
Yeah.
He's hollow in the middle.
He said on Meet the Press to what's her face that there's not going to be any land. He can't see that there would be any land given. And then Trump goes on and said there has to be land given. So they're not agreeing even in their, which is nothing new there either.
Rubio said we are far away from a deal or peace or something like that too. Page of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. There is something naive about the practice that was happening there, or the goings on, which of course you took a person who does not know how to make a deal into a meeting where you thought a deal was being made. It was a show. It was a farce. There was no meeting for a deal. First of all, Zelensky wasn't there. That should have told you right there. This is not a meeting about a deal. You have 2 warring countries and you're supposed to be in the middle and one of them's not there. Red flags, people. 5 of Pentacles and the Lovers, they think whatever it is has worsened the relationships as well. And the word of warning is the 3 of Swords. And so they feel as though some sort of concession was probably made that would betray the whole thing in the first place, because you also have the 7 of Swords. How did they think it went? How we think it went is they saw the same thing. I guess it's a farce. It was never a meeting about a ceasefire. It was, what does Vladimir want? Let's go see.
What'd you get, Lori?
Yeah, it's just where they used to have some diplomatic and some measure of ethics. This is all the way off to the left side in the past. Now it's just like whatever manipulations, whatever they've gotten themselves into, just terrible. What do we have to do to weigh the scales for for Putin, but they feel like Trump, he just goes in there like a blithering idiot. He has no idea what he's doing. He just shoots from the hip. He doesn't give any forethought or arrangement or any kind of organization before he goes into these places, and he goes in like a blithering idiot. It's just so bad. And all they don't care as long as they win. Like, we don't
As
care
long
about
as they can spin it into a win.
and we win and we get, yes, that's it.
Yeah. I get they thought it was a dumpster fire. It was just boom. It was like nothing accomplished, everything topsy-turvy, everything delayed. They're like, keep this close to your chest. Don't tell anybody about what went on in that room, because the person with the knowledge was Putin, and he's celebrating. So
Yeah.
you know, they're looking at what can we do to make America look stronger. So they realize that Trump made America look very weak. And especially going into these negotiations tomorrow, right, with Zelensky, it's like, what can we do? Because in foreign places in the world, we don't, we got to appear strong, and right now we just our image is that we're just chump change to Putin.
And he's still bombing Ukraine. He's still bombing them today.
Mm-hmm.
So Melania wrote a letter to Putin, all concerned about the children. Didn't say whether it was the children of Ukraine or the children of Russia, what children. But she writes this whole letter, and let's resolve this after this meeting. Like, sends this letter. So to me, it was Trump saying we need to resolve this for the children. We gotta have peace. To me, it does not look like Melania's signature. It looks like Trump's, heart attack signature.
His EKG reading.
And I Googled Melania's signature, and you have to go back a ways. Her signature used to be a little bit more curly, and now every the recent examples all look like his. So I want to know, did he write it or did he forge it? They're saying on the internet that like when they asked Grok, was this letter created by AI? It's like a highly probable probability, because a lot of the phrases in the letter sound like AI generated.
Did he forge her?
Did he forge the letter for Melania to Putin?
I'm overthinking.
He doesn't. She doesn't want to be anywhere near him or there or the White House or nothing.
Because he's done old and gross. Done old and gross.
His shroom is moldy.
Yeah, auto pen. I like that. Is it forged? What you getting?
By him, I don't know, but by somebody, sure. Three of Swords, first card, the succubus at that. There is the High Priestess as well, so I don't think it's her. I think it's whoever that writes their speeches and their letters and their this and their that probably writes Donald's too, and therefore has perfected his signature. Reason why hers is starting to look like a readout too. I think whoever it is, because I didn't get him in the read anywhere, but there is a woman here. So, but whoever it is, it's not. I don't think it's him, but it's somebody. It's not her though. She's not writing it though.
She wasn't there. I'd start the same way. She wasn't there. She was like off doing something else. They tried to negotiate with her, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to sign that." So yeah, it's premeditated. I get a man on the bottom signed it, and you're right. It's not Trump. It's somebody else in the White House that can make the image of her signature. Like, here, let me trace it or whatever. Then send this off to Putin, to look like we're supporting him or whatever. But yeah, she didn't write it. She refused.
Like when they wrote her speech, and it was Michelle Obama's speech word for word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got that it was someone else. Yeah, someone in the establishment did it. Absolutely. Yep, they worked on it and made it happen. But not him.
Okay, so Gavin Newsom is expert at trolling Donald Trump.
He's so good, or whoever's helping him with that just is so good.
He's going to be the next Obama, living in his mind for rent-free.
So good. I love it so much.
He knows how to imitate him perfectly, too. Thank you, Jennifer. How is Trump feeling about what Gavin Newsom is doing in imitating him in tweets with all caps and his language?
His low energy, little handed president.
Because that is how you heard it.
With the lowest ratings ever. How's Trump feeling about Newsom's boy?
How's Trump feeling about Gavin Newsom right now?
I can't remember. I think I was listening to Mighty's Touch, or somebody was reporting on reading off the tweets or whatever, and I was driving. I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh, this is so good." It took so long, but it's so good.
Oftentimes, I think that, Donald Trump, since he's inundated and his mind races a lot, that these things bother him for a moment and then it's fleeting. But when you think about it, Obama, again, this is 50,000 years ago, is still at the forefront of this man's mind.
Oh, I love that.
To the point to where he went in the White House and hid his pictures. Like, he is still in this man's head. And I think that this is going to have the same effect. And I'm actually kind of surprised about that too, because it's Gavin Newsom. It's not Obama, who was Captain Charisma for the world. But there's the Page of Swords and the Magician. And that's two liars, first of all. But the magician creates a world and then you get sunk into it, because that's the ultimate illusionist. You go to the magic show, it's not real, but you get lost in it. And he is now going to create this world for Donald Trump to sort of sit and cycle in. There is the Five of Swords, so he's already defeated. Now it's just going to be a pile-on after that. There's the Lover's card and the Star card and the word of warning. He's actually jealous. Because Gavin Newsom, mind you, let me say this too, Democrats hated him 2 months ago when he was talking to conservatives. So I want y'all to keep that in your mind too. But he is now about to upgrade his political star. And that is going to get under Donald Trump's skin too, because more people are going to be talking about him than talking about Donald. And so he doesn't like those types of things. And the Ten of Swords and the Six of Wands. He would love to end his celebrity, but he can't. And that is going to bother him too. Good for him.
Yeah, it's really bothering him.
It is.
Yeah, he can't even believe that they're coming up with so much competition. And it's really driving him crazy. It's really driving him crazy. It's knocking him off kilter. And he's looking to see, I think he even talked to Putin about it. I swear he did. But he's got somebody in charge of trying to find some dirt on Newsom. He's trying to do every dirty trick. He's trying to really come after him about something. And I think he's going to ship more officers over there, more deportations, or make it just really terrible over there. It's going to get nasty.
I think you're right. I think he talked to Putin about it. Russia, my mother Russia card. There's a indecision about how to manipulate this and how to manage it. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to be effective. He knows he needs to do something, and he's displeased, to say the least. I think he's trying to get, like, maybe some of the tech giants, some of the oligarchs, in California, to do something, but he's just sitting there and waiting. He doesn't know what to do. He thinks the only way he can attack him is through money, or a change of leadership. So he may have talked to Russia about, we need a new leader in California. It's our biggest state. But Gavin's getting all this support. He's highly jealous and emotional.
Yeah.
Your son dated his ex-girlfriend, so why don't you pump her for information?
Because she's in Greece wearing Elvira's last year's costume.
His ex-wife, weren't they married? Dated his ex-wife.
Ooh, she is, something's wrong. Something's gone wrong there. Ooh.
So when Trump came out with Putin and did the little press conference, of course, somebody asked him about Epstein.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps like, are you still talking about that? Why are you still talking about that? Is he panicked yet over the fact that no one is letting Epstein go? Is he in panic mode yet? Hey, Bella.
There's
like a cat with a toy or a dog with a bone.
There's more. I mean, that 13-year-old of Michael Cohen, that's coming out. I'm panicked about Epstein.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And in this case, the actual Tower of Babel this time. Yes, he is. There's two women here too who may actually get attorneys, and there's a collaboration of some sort. Either attorneys or both. They could be on the news everywhere. So doing an interview here, an interview there, an interview everywhere. Word of warning, King of Pentacles and the government. I don't want to sound conspiratorial, but I'm going to sound conspiratorial.
Oh, please do.
There's a person in your administration helping this to stay alive too. And that man, King of Pentacles, I always get, I'm not saying it's him, but I always get that for JD Vance, the dark-haired man. But not necessarily him, but there's somebody in your administration helping to put this back in the news everywhere. Not that it's going to leave anyway, because the Democrats, can run on this. But yes, it threatens his power, and therefore he is panicked. As he should be. It didn't do nothing, then ain't nothing to see.
Rose Blue's saying the former victims are having a press conference September 3rd. There we go.
Oh, well, there you go.
Keep it out there.
Get out the Ouija board and talk to Barbara Walters too, so she can interview all of you.
Yeah, I mean, he is so angry, and because this is it's the gift that just keeps giving. Just come, bring more. There's another one. Oh wait, there's another one. And now they're all becoming the stars. They're willing to show their faces and go on TV and get Gloria Albright and everybody. And he's like, they need to leave it alone. They need to leave it alone, but they won't. They will not leave it alone. And Newsom is going to make more about this. Newsom's going to bring up more. It just keeps, he can't handle it.
Can't handle the truth. It's going to keep coming up over and over and over. The messenger, he's trying to defend against something that just changed everything for him as the leader, and he's about to have a heart attack. So what I'm getting, it's like he thinks America is unbalanced, not being fair, in going back to this over and over. All these women, that he's trapped with, like, may start producing evidence, photos, or whatever they've got. He's confused. He doesn't know what to do. So, it's a dumpster fire, and he just keeps lying about it. He's angry. Blowing up. So, is there anything that will get the GOP to start standing up against Trump?
Or
Is there anything?
is there anything that will get the GOP to stand up against Trump?
You would have thought this Epstein thing would be the big chance.
Well, there's I don't know how many senators on that bipartisan bill to keep helping Ukraine. I mean, they're in. Is there anything?
Is there anything that will get the GOP to stand up against Trump?
What have you got, Johnny? What kind of cards are those? Gustave Doré. Whoever that is.
I get war.
Oh.
That's what would cause them to stand up.
War?
Mm-hmm. Either starting one or getting us involved in a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting the same cards over and over tonight.
All right, I'm getting two things. I think it has to do with the names and all the gossip coming up here with the Ep stuff. I'm getting that. I'm getting that. But I'm also getting what Johnny said, his decision on what he's going to give or not give, and that gets to shine the light on, and with the war and troops. So soldiers, troops, armed guards, armed people. So there could be two things. Maybe it's the combination.
It could be, because it's like something that comes up in the courts I'm getting. They're indecisive, no backbone, burdened and indecisive, just working on defending and trying to throw everybody off about all his secrets. But I'm getting like these women that he slept with. So maybe after September 3rd or whatever that date was. War definitely getting slowed down, maybe giving funding to Russia or some sort of support to Russia for this war. And his whole image in the world crumbling is what I'm getting. Like everybody else in the world sees, like, yeah, they already do, but it's going to get worse if he starts funding the war and helps aids Russia.
Yep. And we also have September and October here. So her Virgo, Libra. And the eclipse card. So maybe that's got something to do with some timing stuff there too.
Trump wants to lower the age of consent to 14. Now, I think it's because if he got sued again for rape, that he could say, no, they were of age to consent. Now, with E. Jean Carroll, she was of age and it still was rape. But I think it has to do with these young women and Epstein, that he can say, oh, it was consensual and everything. Will he get this through? Will he lower the age of consent, like to get married?
You can't even drive.
At 14, yeah. You can't drive.
Can't vote.
You can't drink.
Can't
But
drink.
hey, you can have sex. Oh, but you know what? At 14, then you would also be able to choose what happens with your own body if you needed an abortion.
Well, he'll be successful with that.
Unless you're in Texas or a red state. Yeah, and all these old men that want to marry young girls, you know, it's just sick.
I mean, that's been going on forever. I mean, the old kings would marry the princess, they'd give their daughters away to the neighboring king that's old enough to be their grandfather. I mean, that's been going on for centuries.
Men wanting younger women, I mean.
And they can't even see their own schlong over their stomach. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They think they're attractive and everything. They're just
It's gross.
No, we get lovers and 10 of wands. There's a burden around that. Bearing in mind, they do it anyway. These people who have compounds and these little groups where you have 2 old guys and then 14-year-olds running around everywhere in their little house on the prairie dresses. And they believe that this is the way of life because that's all they know, because that's what they've been groomed to do. They do it anyway. But no, I don't think you'll get it part of the law anyway. Federal law, I should say.
Yeah. Harems. Groups. There's where they share. Mormons. I'm just kidding.
Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
They are. They're going to try. I mean, there's a lot.
Yep.
They're going to try, but it's going to go to court, and I don't think of it. Not here anyway.
I had this on the bottom, and I heard "dirty old man." It's like, yeah, no, going after the youth. It's like that's their lifestyle. Yeah, that's their lifestyle. They want young women, trapped young women. Yeah, no, this would just show what a liar he is, what an addiction he has. People would not have this. It's like, yeah, no. So it would not happen. It's just going to make him look like a dirtier old man.
Yeah, and it would be like in old medieval times. It would be 2 neighboring countries or where they would marry their children together, or for just protection for the whole compound or the both neighboring. Go
ahead and make incest legal. I mean, that's what he really wants, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kay.
Just have lovers.
Just have his little Ivanka he never got. So Trump is trying to bribe the Netherlands finance minister to He's trying to blackmail him into nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize by telling him, "Oh, your tariffs are going to be bad." But I'd like to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Is anybody going to nominate Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize?
Hillary Clinton said she would if he would broker peace.
And Netanyahu already did, but they're saying that they took it down. I don't even know if you can do that. Will anyone nominate him?
Well, because he's got war crimes at The Hague against him right now. So why would
You can
the
submit
Nobel?
it and take it back. The guy in Ukraine, I forget his name, he's the minister of this and the that. When Trump said he was going to bring the summit together, then he nominated Donald Trump for a peace prize, and then the summit failed, and so he took it
I'm surprised he hadn't stolen it from somebody. Like,
back.
you know where there's one sitting? There's one sitting in Obama's house. You want to go read it?
Ideas.
Get it?
Will anyone nominate him?
I'm pretty sure Obama's grandmother haunts the shit out of Trump in that house.
She should.
I bet money on that one.
If there was legit peace, sure. Also, what he could do, he could manipulate it if he thought about it enough, to where, let's say, the war ended because Russia got what they wanted, or I should say Vladimir got what he wanted. And if the war ended, then Donald Trump can boast and wave a flag and say, look what I did. And then somebody on their side with no damn sense could then nominate him for the thing and say, look what he did. And then everybody would cheer. But I think that's the best case scenario, because I get the Two of Cups. So there's your deal. And then there's the World card, which are completion and success. But there's a Seven of Cups. It has to be finagled. Like there has to be some sort of this string to that string to this string to that string type of thing. It's not just give him the Nobel Peace Prize because he earned it. No, I think the only thing he will ever earn is death, and that's about it.
Yes. And
Seven
it's
of
just,
Swords.
I get that it's a trick. It's all tricked and rigged, but yes. So that somebody can get something. And it could be these leaders tomorrow. They were saying, hey, they'll dangle it like a big fat carrot.
If he could rig that election, how to get that Nobel Peace Prize, he would do it.
Go get your Purple Heart.
Another one.
Yeah, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's so
Queen of Pentacles. A woman's going to get it. Yeah, no, his image, everybody sees him differently now. He's a trafficker. There's no way. That's how he's, you can plan all you want, but every time he talks to somebody, it gets illuminated. So we see it. Like he talked to that Netherlands finance minister, trying to manipulate for it. There's a woman he's going to try to manipulate for it too. I'm not sure who that is, but yeah, he's out in the cold. There's a woman that's going to get it.
Why does he want one so bad?
Because Obama got one.
Obama got it.
If Obama had not gotten the Nobel Peace Prize, would Trump have wanted it? Ask that. If Obama had not gotten,
He'd still want it, but not as bad.
If Obama ate yellow snow, would he go out and eat yellow snow too?
He would.
Oh my God.
And he would say he melted it gold, or he put.
I'm surprised he doesn't say, I wish my daddy was black too.
Are we reading it? I know. Are we reading it? Oh God.
Yeah.
Actually, hey, Lauren.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, if Obama had not won the Nobel Peace Prize, would Trump have wanted it?
There's I can say yes and no, but there's something in his crawl. He just wants to be seen. Look at me, cheer for me, like me. That's the MO of a broken person. So we already know how he is, but it's the tower. It's all ego driven. He wants to be seen, the Hierophant. He wants to be the wise one sitting in the chair, come worship me type of thing. Seven of Wands, that's what would elevate him. look at me. That's why he wants a Purple Heart. He doesn't even know how you get one, but he wants one. He wants everything. He wants to be seen. If you passing out cups of yellow snow, I want one first.
Whatever the prize is.
Oh my God.
I don't think he would want it as much. I don't. If Obama had not gotten it, I don't think he'd want it as much, but he would still want one.
Yeah, I get no. He wouldn't have thought about it. No, it's the fact it grows because he wants what the loved man got that made him see it differently. I want that prize because he got it. He thinks it adds to his power, and he thinks that he can get people to nominate him and stuff. But this is all going to shit soon, y'all. This really is. I keep getting the same cards over and over.
It really is. And I didn't realize that. I heard Michelle Obama talk about her husband, and when they were in there, they were so afraid of doing anything wrong that they were always they went over and above to try to do things the right way and had counsel all the time. And they both have law background, but I didn't realize that he was the only president, and I don't know how much sitting president, I don't know how many years that did not have a special prosecutor investigating him on something. It was Obama. He's the only one for I don't know how many far back it goes. I had no clue. So he's probably really jealous about that too.
So for the meeting at the Elmendorf base where they had it, most of them were staying at the Hotel Captain Cook in Alaska. And they left 8 pages on the printer, that showed like the menu for lunch, which they didn't get to have, showed who all was attending what meetings in which room and everything. And they're trying to act like it's no big deal, but leaving high profile meeting with a lot of big wigs, including 2 leaders of countries, on a printer at Hotel Captain Cook is kind of like saying, oh, well, if you want to crash the party, here's where we're at. It's dangerous from a security perspective.
Yeah.
Was it left intentionally? The 8 pages, were they left intentionally on the printer?
Well, they're all incompetent, but
they're all incompetent. So was it intentional or was it just incompetence?
Intentionally left were those reports and their itinerary. Was it left on purpose?
Because it had all the times of each meeting and who was in each meeting and the location.
Here's my problem, though. If you are printing something out, why don't you go get it? Where were you? Were you down the street and you just forgot about it by the time you got to the hotel? Like, even if you did like the Wi-Fi thing and sent it from your phone to the machine, you're right there. Print it out. Pick it up, take it away. It was picked up by guests or something like that. Like, you should.
Yeah,
where was your train of thought? Is what I want to know.
Confidence or intentional?
Incompetence. 7 of Cups, head in the clouds. 5 of Cups, they regret it. But where was your train of thought? Is what I wanted. What were you doing? Were you in a Rubik's Cube tournament and you just, it's my turn, I got to go get my papers or something? I can't stand people sometimes. But they do this all the time. Peg Hexit.
Megan.
Peg Hexit. I mean, okay.
That was a good one. That was really, really good.
Oh, Pegasus. Pegasus is WhatsApp meeting or Signal meetings, and everybody gets to be on it. And like, I can't. It's like a K-pop text message or something. Everybody's on it. Sir, like this is indicative of his administration. I can't.
It was probably, it was probably Christy Nome. She printed it out, but then Corey Lewandowski popped out of the closet, and they were doing it. It was on the printer, or something happened.
Or she had a husky she had to go shoot.
Tracing them down the street with a butter knife.
Somebody, hey, they got a hotel. We can go over here. We got the big winky going on, and they forgot it.
That's what I'm getting. There's a little too much partying going on, and somebody oops, forgot to return for it. Maybe went and took a nap or whatever. But what I also get is the incompetence of the meeting agenda was erratic and changed multiple times over and over and over again. So they were kind of out in the cold. It kept changing. Chaos about where these meetings were. So they had to keep getting updates. They couldn't plan an agenda.
No.
And then nobody got to eat all at the end of it.
Yeah.
They were drinking and eating something. What was the name of that hotel?
Captain Cook. Hotel Captain Cook.
Okay.
With Peghead.
Yeah.
Because it's a 4-star hotel, I guess by
had Captain Crunch cereal and
no more Captain Cook.
Text on the desk.
Newsom is putting on the ballot in November for redistricting the maps. He's putting it to his constituents like a democracy does and letting them vote on, do you want us to redo the maps like Texas is, to make it lean democratic. Is this going to pass?
Let's see.
He's asking his constituents, do you want me to gerrymander this?
Last card, Ace of Swords. Yes, I would say the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. What they need to do first 2 cards, is to make sure that everybody who has a platform there in California is preaching the same message. That you basically can make it so blue that it's black in California, to where there's absolutely no, because they have more space and more than Texas. And so I think so.
You said you got the Ace of Swords, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Swords.
There's going to be a lot of meetings about this. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, oh my God, are we really going to do this? I mean, are we really going to do this? This is scaring some people. They're up and down. They're really up and down about it, but if it comes to that, if we're really challenged with trying to beat the devil, then they're going to have, I got 3 aces. They're going to have so many meetings about this, but they will do it. They're going to take it right to the edge of the line if they have to.
I think so. I think they're ready to fight the devil, and whatever it takes to separate them out from their seats and block them, from getting power in the government. They're ready to have them all thrown out in the cold. And so I get there's a surprising huge amount of votes. People love this idea. Redistrict those maps. Move forward on this. Protect us. Yeah, they're going to do it.
Yeah, we have to pull out all the stops now,
I want every blue state to follow.
Everything. We just got to fight so dirty. It's not even, we can't, we've been pansies for too long. We're going to lose everything if we don't. We're going to be okay, but it's going to take more trolling. It's going to take more investigative. It's just people have got to tell the truth and come out and just bash the living out of them.
I will give him this. Hakeem Jeffries, before Texas did their little stunt. He said, I forget where the article was, somebody can probably look it up, that this was what was going to happen in Texas, or Texas was the battleground or something like that. That is part of our plan. And so this whole hold up the votes on the redistricting, but redistrict your blue states. So apparently that's part of their plan to make sure that they rig the midterms type thing. And so go for it. I will give you that. Have a plan of some sort. That's all I was asking. And it seems like there is one in place. Well, we'll see. But
because Pritzker has said here in Illinois, and New York governor has also said that they would consider redistricting also.
I'm here for it. Go for it. Do something.
Trump is talking about wanting to privatize Social Security, which we know is a part of Project 2025, because they want to privatize everything. As they privatize healthcare, you see more and more hospitals going bankrupt. They make money, these private equity companies make money off of raping and pillaging businesses, just like Eddie Lampert did with Sears Kmart. They go in, they get the property, they get the real estate, they get all the money they can out of it, and then they leave all this debt and just leave them, and they end up closing and folding. So if they privatize Social Security, it would be awful. Just saying. Will Trump succeed at privatizing Social Security?
What Social Security does a person earn if you are disabled your entire life? You want me to have the baby, I got to have the baby, but they don't earn anything. Ever. Then what?
Well, and they cut Medicaid, which helps disabled,
Mhm.
Right.
young people that are disabled.
Repeat the question one more time.
Will Trump privatize Social Security?
Be able to do it.
They're upping the age, I heard, too.
Yeah.
It'd be 109, I think, is what they're going for.
You have to be Mitch McConnell's age or
Oh, good God.
Raspy's age. They're all
He's what,
Social Security.
107? Jesus.
I saw a picture of Mitch McConnell next to Granny Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies. They look just alike. I have to post that on my
Oh, bless her heart.
page. Yeah, they have same mouth.
10 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. They are going to manipulate it somehow. I wouldn't say that's a success because it ends in the 3 of Wands on the moon, but the moon is a plot. And so it feels as though whatever it is close, but it's not completed. So they're going to keep trying, but there is the 9 of Wands here too. And so it's going to be very difficult to do such a thing, but that does not mean that they're not going to try. But they are going to manipulate it some way, somehow. With that 9 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, again, it's very near.
Yeah. It's in the hopper. It is definitely in the hopper. They do not want this to continue anymore. But the magician is on its side. So they get stopped, full Saturn stop right here. But then they're going to put something into motion. There will be movement, but they're stopped first.
Yeah, they're slowed down somehow. There's an inside person who's going to promote this. So somebody's going to sponsor a bill or something. The devil inside. They're working on this in secret right now, but America will see this very differently. And that's just going to bring people out in the streets in droves is what I'm getting. It's like, you taking this away from us. That's on top of the Epstein and everything else. That's like death sentence.
The perfect storm.
The perfect storm. You're already causing my food to cost too much, and you're going to take my money away from me.
Yeah.
that would just be too much. Oh, Lori, we were talking about President Xi in China before we went live.
Yeah.
He supposedly has been sick and maybe in and out of the hospital. We're not sure. Confirmation is not forthcoming out of China very much.
No.
Let's check in on his health.
They're not telling? How's President Xi of China's health? Because he did have some sort of cerebral small hemorrhage or something months back. But
we Googled him. He's only 72. He's not that old.
No.
Compared to, Don Old.
Is he in the hospital? Is he getting special
How is she's
care?
He is on a medication of some sort to help with blockages. And so maybe like a Paxil or maybe a blood thinner or something like that. He has some feet issues, which is probably due to the circulation. Oddly enough, there's something wrong with his hair too. He may have a plug or two or something, but there's something wrong with his hair or his scalp area too, like right in there as well.
Like dandruff?
I don't know. It could be because it's red. Something's
or
red.
skin cancer.
It might be a reaction to something. Mange.
Oh, what did he get around Ted Cruz?
I can't find you today.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm done. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm hot. Wait.
He was biting at himself. Maybe hear that thumping. Oh man, there's so much gossip about this. They're just trying to say everything about this. It's just so much gossip. He's definitely under physician care. He's getting consultations just like I got for Trump. Specialized care. There's a lot of stuff going on with him. He's got some big problems.
All that maintenance.
All that put him in a flea dip. They may have to dip him.
Jesus.
He's had surgery of, this is my card for like putting a stent in or something. He's had surgery of some kind, like to open up something in his circulation, because there's something in his circulatory system that's too low. He also has neuropathy, like in his hands and feet, like his circulation isn't good. Something's too low in his circulatory system. He's got problems with blockages too. So like clotting, or like if he gets a blockage, could be having mini strokes or something. They're doing blood work on him all the time, and that includes checking blood pressure and everything. Like they're really having to stay on top of it. There's definitely something going on with the circulatory system. And he's dehydrated.
It's a lot. And his knees might not be doing so great. He might need to take off a few pounds, but
Put them dumplings down.
Put them dumplings down. And the rolls and everything.
So, Christy Nome, Stephen Miller, the Despicable Ones, Todd Lyons, and ICE, are any of these people going to face legal consequences in the future for not doing due process and allowing people due process through the courts, including citizens that they've like arrested and disappeared.
Yeah.
Are they going to face any legal consequences?
Yeah. I'm hearing almost certainly, because they're paying people as bounties. And they're picking up people that just even, well, any of these people. And what's Tom Homan and Christine Dog Killer.
Yes. Page of Swords, Six of Wands, especially. I should say, because this is what this says, people in positions of power, but I'm going to say Stephen Miller. I read on him a million years ago when I was in Florida. This was when I first started YouTube. And it said he would get arrested. Now, tarot doesn't do time. I was reminded, I read for somebody and they said, I read for them 4 years ago. And whatever I said in that reading just happened. And I'm like, that was 4 years ago. So I think, yes. And I think him specifically for something, because he's unusually cruel for a human being. Or barely human being, but there's the devil and the Eight of Wands. There's a whole lot of this is not the justice card, but there's a whole lot of cases and things coming their way because of the deeds that they did, because I get the Judgment and the Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of truth, a lot of clarity on what happened. Bear in mind, as we see with Donald Trump, this takes a very long time. And you have to have people in place that wish to prosecute. And so I'm not holding my breath. I'm just saying that that's what this says at the moment. That yes, there will be some actions taken against those people, specifically him.
Yeah, he's a little demon gremlin.
He is.
He is, and a skinny gremlin. He's like Spike.
He's ugly. I don't like talking about people's looks, but
he's ugly.
There is nothing about him that you could say, "Oh yeah, let me go on a date with him." No, sir.
Why he's so damn mean? He can't get any love.
I think I would get skeeved out if I ever saw him smile. You've never seen him smile. I think he probably would have the grossest, eeriest smile.
Every time he does smile, I'm sure an angel's wings fall off. So he should probably not do it.
It'd be like Chuck E. Cheese smiling or Michael Myers smiling.
That guy, who's the guy who does Pennywise?
Yeah.
With a little weird smile.
Man, they're out there celebrating and thinking they're all that, but it is not going to last long. They're thinking, oh, you can't get us. But not only are they going to get in trouble, but some of these facilities like Alligator Alcatraz, this is coming in, and I think it's going to it's part of this giant tower. And I think Bondi is going down for all those props and folders with parading people out there without. She's in trouble.
Yeah, I think that's their legacy. Is they're blocking it now. The secret. What they're doing in secret, but in time, it's going to come out pretty quickly who they've paid to burden these people. So El Salvador, Libya, who's making money off of this in Florida? Who's making, Tennessee? They are reopening a facility that's a private facility to use as a detention center. Who's making money off of it? Yeah, they're going to be gone after. And I get also because there's deaths involved. So yeah, big changes. The devil involved. There's going to be tracking the money down. There's going to be some financial accounting. What do you call that? Tracking down the accounting. Forensic. Thank you.
money
That's the word.
trails.
Forensic accounting.
Oh yeah.
To
Right.
see how they move money around, how they move the people around, and yeah, there's several of them that'll be sitting in front of a judge.
Yeah, and Rubio went to El Salvador himself to go talk to that little Napoleon wannabe, and then they stopped paying him money, so then he let prisoners out of there and then said, I can do this, and then he couldn't get help from other. He's in so much trouble. Yeah, it's part of it. The cauldron is bubbling over, y'all. It is bubbling over.
You know, who would have thought like that he would do as much damage as he's done in the first 6 months, but that he could last less than a year in his second term.
I knew it was going to be so bad because I was doing the ugly cry in my dream. So I knew it was going to be heinous. I mean, I knew it was going to be really bad.
So remember a couple of weeks ago, hey, Ray, a couple of months ago, I had that dream where I went to Trump's funeral with Trump. And I'm standing next to Trump and he's like, don't I look great? And I'm like, no, dude, you're dead. You don't look great. Well, I had a dream that I went to Trump's funeral and Melania walked in and she had on the jacket, I don't really care, do you?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's really great.
So I do it because I enjoy it. Let's look at Trump's health because he looks really worn out after meeting with Putin.
It's bad.
And he's got this big meeting tomorrow with all these leaders of other countries.
Turned around.
How is Trump's health? He's looking pretty ragged.
What?
I'm not doing this.
What?
My first card.
Mange? Oh, yeah.
I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this game. Where's the Uno? Where's the Uno cards? I don't even know what that says. But if I was to read it the way that I do read it, there is an issue with the brain or blood flow to the brain, which is always the case with him. His umbilical cord is still wrapped around, I guess, but it's some problems with flow to the brain. There is again problems with his legs, especially the right one. It was the right one, wasn't it? There's a fluid issue too. Trying to be delicate. It's in excess, so he may be having some evacuation issues. I'm not playing with these cards no more.
What is it?
He needs an enema?
No, he does not. He needs maybe a cheese sandwich to maybe stop some of that.
Oh.
This is the 9 of Cups, so there's a bit in excess. He has to change his diet a lot.
Oh, I can't unsee that. Put that down. That's terrible.
A whole lot. So, you know what? And I started to get a Bosch deck too, and I'm like, no, I'll just use this one. I don't think I needed it today. He doesn't need to be anywhere eating filet mignon and mashed potatoes. That's all I'm saying.
He definitely has stomach intestinal tract issues. Oh God, you got it too.
Outcome card.
Oh, good God.
He is having changes that he can't. This is inevitable change that he can't. He can't fix. He can't change. He can't change the change that's happening. He can't. And he's freaking out. He's not sleeping. And he lost it after that meeting. He lost it. And this is coming on fast. I mean, he's got a problem that is coming on quickly.
Time's up.
That's a big card.
Old man's got big heart issues, big heart issues. Chaotic rhythm is what I'm hearing. He's at risk of falling because he's got mobility issues. He's at a high risk of falling, but he's also at a high risk of like stroking out or something. This is circulatory heart for me, heart attack or circulatory system going on the fritz. Definitely has issues going on with the brain, and he's not sleeping. He's over medicating. His balance is off. He's a hot mess, and stomach intestinal tract, of course.
Yes.
Always get the stomach intestinal tract.
He can't change the trajectory of what is coming his way. So he won't be able to do the things that he was doing a few months ago. There's going to be a definite change.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna fall.
Yeah, like at a public place, be on the golf course or something.
He's definitely gonna fall.
Probably trying to move his own ball.
No, he pays people to drop balls. He pays people to drop his balls.
Do not live your life in a way where everybody wishes you would fall.
So Musk has been kind of unseen lately.
Ooh,
Where's is he in rehab? Where's Musk in rehab? Because I haven't seen much of him. I've seen him tweet a little, but he's not visible right now. He's gone to rehab once before, a few years back.
I say no.
But yeah, because he had all those articles written up on him, about how many drugs he takes.
No, I think he's trying to do the outside, out of mind thing, and maybe go back into private deals and things. Mind you, he just got 2 very large contracts with the defense to where he's going to provide some sort of AI technology, him and other companies too, so it's not just his. And he's going to sell a bunch of Tesla trucks to the Air Force. Now, and to be fair, they buy other cars too, because they use them as target practice. And so Tesla trucks are unique in its shape and color, and so that's why they want to use them. So I think he's kind of gone back into his little underworld hiding and doing some deals and things. Lay off of Donald Trump, I guess.
Yeah.
I think you're right. He's just laying low and in hiding.
I think he's going to have a psychotic break.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I think wherever his astrology is, he is headed to a bad place, because of all 10 of these cards, I got both of the eclipses that happen in September. And he is definitely, I think somebody told him he's got to quiet the chatter. Like somebody told him, detweet the tweets, or, something. And I think he tried to calm that down, but he can't stick to it. He just can't. He can't. And then he makes a judgment, and he's in trouble. I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, I think one of Becca's grand tableaus she did on him last year showed he could have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, he's not in treatment right now. He may have gone to an ashram for a half an hour or something, but he is not.
I have to go back and watch her Elon Musk grand tableau.
Should go back and look at that, because he's not in a good place right now, you guys.
He is not.
Timing, we got, Libra and Scorpio here.
He can't accept clear thinking. His emotions are just all over the place. He is sick. And can't find his balance here. He blocks he blocks the voices in his head, is what I'm hearing. I have voices in my head too, but they're from my guides. I don't think his are from his guides. I think he's got like a little bit of multiple personality thing going on. So he's trying to manage with what he's got, which is too many drugs, and it's chaos. It's just chaos. He's hallucinating half the time. But yeah, he better be careful or he's going to OD.
Yeah, it's just something is really just not okay with him. It's just not. It's not.
Okay, so we got all these people coming in with Zelensky tomorrow for the big meeting with Trump. So, no ganging up on Zelensky tomorrow for not wearing a suit. I hope he does not wear a suit. I hope he walks in there in the same outfit he had on before just to prove a point.
Wear some flip-flops and some board shorts and then just sit right there on his couch.
Carry some golf clubs in there like, oh, hey, I took time off from the golf course to come talk to you assholes.
Yeah, I hope they bring him a Big Mac with some sauce especial.
So, from Trump's team perspective, how is it going to go?
The Three Stooges?
Mm-hmm.
The
Or the Five Stooges, or however many sit there to try to gang up. You watch, because they know all these other leaders are coming in. He'll pull like 10 people into the meeting to try to outnumber them.
They want to dangle something and pull it away, is the image that I'm getting. Because there's a Six of Pentacles, there's your charity card, and then there's the Tower. There is the energy of, we're not helping you. There's the Fool. This is a farce too, because he already has his orders. If you were going to help Ukraine, you would have done it a long time ago.
Mhm.
You told him that you have to give up land in order for peace to happen, basically, is what he said. He didn't say it to him just yet, but that's pretty much where he's heading.
Yeah, and then he told Peggy to hold on to those weapons. Oh, they're in a shitload of trouble here. This is no. They are not going to be seen as in control. Not at all. Not with the emperor on its side. This is just like the flying monkeys, man. This is just. That's like you said. He already has his orders from Putin, but they're going to take some sort of balance out of it. But there's still the tower, bribes, piece of papers, bribes, lies.
They're going to do what they always do. The White House is going to be anxious. It's like a power play. They're going to talk to him about, you need to move the borders. They're going to try to block him from talking to the press. That's not going to go well. That's going to create chaos, and they're going to find other options to do that. Tell me about Epstein. Illuminate me on what secrets you got. Like, that's what Zelensky should do. He's like, why haven't you released the Epstein files? He should say that in a meeting. Why haven't you? He really should.
He should wear a shirt that says Epstein files on it.
So, Trump better be very, 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 very careful the next couple of months. After that health reading.
Yeah. They're going to try to make this, but it doesn't come out balanced at all. It just doesn't. They're not able to balance these skills. It's not. What a mess.
So, from Zelensky and the other world leaders' point of view, how's it going to go?
Okay.
I swear to God, Zelensky should go in there as soon as they say something about him not wearing a suit or something stupid. He should say, "When are you releasing the Epstein files?" And then everybody, even MAGA, would want to support Ukraine.
Defensive. Seven of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles, he needs something. Therefore, they're in a position of power because you came to me and you want my help type of thing. And therefore, when you need things from bad people, they do bad things. And so there is that. I think he's going to be defensive the whole time. Even if there's not some big knockdown, dragged out about the color of his shoes, he's still defensive because he's not going to get anything out of Donald Trump except bad smells and horrible words. And so there's that.
It's going to blow up. You can't make a deal with the devil. You just can't. You can't. And the whole thing, it's just like hitting the wall. They tried to do this, and he's going to tell them you have to give up land, and it's going to explode. I got the tower as the outcome card. There it is. It's like these series of crazy events that just go kaput, you know.
Yeah. Can't make a deal with the devil, and you know, the subterfuge and treachery and treason and betrayals and everything, and dealing with the devil. And you just met with Putin. We saw you went there. I get they actually feel very victorious, and that they can help heal Ukraine, putting forward new action, new support to Ukraine. So they're going to be talking about that to the press. I don't think they're too concerned. You know, I think they're going to kind of keep it close to their chest what they're going to do for Ukraine, because they know if they say anything in private to Trump, it's going to go to Putin. So I don't think they're going to be too upset. They know what to expect.
Yeah, they're good. They're going to give him some sort of a shock, though. They got something.
Yep.
They got some aces up their sleeve because there's going to be shock.
He's going to start throwing around the word tariffs, and they're going to be like, "Screw you! We're going to be dealing with each other. We don't need you."
Yeah, it's going to be very revealing. He'll show his ass.
He will, because he's stupid.
He's very stupid.
If nothing else, it's a lesson to the rest of the world that you can't have another country so ingratiated in your business dealings that you can't do without them. Because right now, if he survives for the next 4 years, that chunk of the world is cut off to you because you have to deal with this idiot who's about as smart as a stupid wall. And so you have to deal with him, or you have to basically take whatever he gives you. So you have to cut him off and then deal with the rest of the world.
He has zero empathy. He does not care about his constituents. He doesn't care about his own family. He doesn't care about his administration. He will burn the house down if he thinks that it will help him.
He will.
He has zero empathy.
Even Bannon and Epstein told author Michael Wolff he has no morals. He has no scruples. He has nothing. Nothing.
He has nothing.
Nothing. Not for his children. Not for nothing.
There was no one that he would ever grieve or anything.
Nope. I think he's afraid of Putin, though. I do. I think he's really afraid of Putin. I do. But he's... Yeah.
Let's ask that to close with. Does he fear Putin?
Does he fear Putin?
Final question. Does he fear Putin?
Well, he saw what happened to Prigozhin. And he's got the plane from Qatar, so that's not a problem. Maybe it's that special sauce on that Big Mac.
Don't eat it. If you eat anything from any of them people, you might as well jump out the window while you eating it.
Yeah.
Does he fear Putin? He fears poverty and exposure.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so if you can bring that about to him, then he fears you, period. Because there's the high priestess and the justice. So he fears court. He fears justice, like real justice, actual justice. He fears Fonnie Willis. He fears Letitia James. He fears Vladimir Putin for a whole completely different reason. And he has a fear of Jack Smith. That's why he attacks, but he attacks from a distance. He wouldn't say none of that stuff to them people's face.
It's all about money. I think you're right, Johnny. He fears, protecting his lifestyle and protecting his image.
Yep.
And whether that's overseas or here, it's like Putin throws him off balance. He tries to work with him, but he throws him off balance, and he does know that he's taking people out. Don't walk around a window too much, but it's all about, can I make money from him, or is he going to take money from me? But it's all about the money.
Yeah. And he can remove his stardom. He can take his star down. And you probably know something about Epstein, and he feels like there is something that Putin could do that could remove his place and his money. And then I get that Queen of Pentacles again. So Ghislaine might know something about Putin, or there's a female here that's got the goods, and it could send him packing.
The problem is she's untrustworthy. She lied under oath. She's
Maybe it's one
whatever
of the,
she says, she's not believable.
maybe it's
It's
one
a
of the
witness.
maybe it's one of the other females.
See who this Queen of Pentacles is soon.
Knows it could hang him. And Epps may be over there for all we know.
Ace in the hole.
Or some of his videos could be. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Lori, for joining us tonight. Please come back anytime. Just let us know when you want to come on. We will be next Sunday. Not sure if we're going to be on Becca's channel or not. We'll have to play it by ear, probably on Johnny's channel. So y'all send some healing love to Miss Becca. And we will post on our community tabs for sure which channel we're on when we post for questions. Night, everybody.
Get ready to celebrate. The tower's coming.
Tower's coming. Energy shift.